Hello, so we are back, and this time we have to do some soldering job. Now remember the yesterday video? Someone said on the comment, back in time when the solder iron was too expensive, we did solder with nails. And I did it. I was like 10 years old and the solder iron were too expensive and we used to solder with a nail. Now the reason why I start this video is because I seen many don't understand the relationship between the power or the energy stored and the temperature. Many times, you use the solder, like I used on the yesterday video, use the solder iron, the solder is not getting melted. So the logical step it will be to increase the temperature, but that's not what you're supposed to do. That's the most common mistake. You don't have power, you don't have energy. Increasing the temperature, it will only burn your tip. Because you have high temperature and have oxygen, it will oxide. So the best way to learn soldering is starting from the nail. Now let's do some soldering job. I'm gonna heat up the nail on my oven and we're gonna try to solder a few components. I'm gonna solder the components from this side because here is like flat under the microscope. But just to make it faster, because obviously the nail it will cool down, I'm gonna go to the oven, heat up, then edit the video. I will skip that phase. Cool? Okay, I'm gonna go with the nail to heat it. How is it? Huh? Yeah, like that. And now it's straight. That looks like need more flux. If we don't have flux, we can use solder. Solder has flux inside. Perfect. Let's try a different component. So what do you think, huh? Cool, right? Let's solder another LED. If you didn't see the nail, you'll think those solder are made with a nail. I mean, check that, huh? The point I'm trying to prove is if you understand the principle of soldering, you can solder with a nail. We are storing energy, then we are transferring that energy to the board and the component. In order to perform solder, I don't need solder actually on the heating element. I need to heat up the pad and I need to heat up the pin. I try to avoid using flux. If I will use flux, it will be 1,000 times easier. Just think, on our time, we didn't have something like that. This is like 180-degree solder with rosin core. We didn't have something like that. We didn't have like low melt solder and rosin core. My solder iron, it's an expensive one. I got it gifted by a subscriber. So what do you want from a solder iron? You want a small tip. Small tip means precision. Yeah. So that's what you want a small tip. Then you want a lot of power. The thing is, small tip and a lot of power doesn't work together. It's same like, okay, I want a lot of horsepower on my car, but on the same time, I want fuel efficiency. You can't have something like that. So usually, I hold my solder iron at 350 degrees. And if we are trying, let's say, we are trying to do something on a motherboard, let's do it together. We have a motherboard here, and we're gonna try to bring some solder to this big pad. So soldering, and I can't even get it this solder, you can see it. And the people watching say, sorry, you need more temperature, you cannot melt the solder. Now, why I cannot melt the solder? Because the board is sucking the heat. But the way how you will see it is like, okay, if I set up 350, I will always have 350. And that's not right, you don't. Because the board, it will suck the tip heat, and the temperature, it will drop. So just to understand, this solder wire is 180 degrees. If I cannot melt it, then I don't have even 180 degrees here. So how this is possible, huh? Because that's what happened on yesterday video. We had like a big chunk of solder, and I tried to take the solder out, and I cannot melt the solder. Check that, I can't melt it. And that's not a temperature issue, because the next step, it will be, okay, let me raise the temperature. That it will solve exactly nothing. You have to understand the limitation. And the limitation on this case is the solder iron power. You don't have that much energy on that tip. And the board, quickly, it will suck the heat from the tip, and you have nothing. You don't have even 180 degrees. Check here. I don't have 180 degrees there. All you have to do is to understand and accept the limitation. You want power, you want like a big tip so you can do this job, that's fine. But usually we are working with like good all around. We are using one tip for everything. Most of the time it's fine, we have no issue. But when we have like job like this, or like the one from yesterday, you remember, where I tried to remove the solder and didn't get melted, because of course the board, it will suck the heat. So I need more power into the solder iron, I don't need more temperature. So what I will do in that case, usually I come with the hot air, and I'm helping the solder iron with the hot air. Hot air, and now my solder iron, check there, my solder iron start being great. You can see it, check there. And now you will say, yes, sorry, because you are using hot air and you melt the solder with the hot air. No, I have like 250 degrees. The solder iron has 350 degrees. So it's not about the temperature, it's about the power. I'm adding more power from the hot air. We have our Discord, and I can see people having this kind of problem. Like, okay, my solder is not getting into the tip. So I cannot take the solder to stay onto the tip. And that's because of the temperature. You have to understand, metal, oxygen, oxide. So on the point you cannot solder something, you have to think, okay, I have set up 350. I don't have enough power. Yes, you can trade some temperature for energy. Yeah, so, okay, I cannot do it. Then I will raise the temperature to 450 degrees, and probably I will manage to do it. But the downside is the tip, it will burn. And on the moment it will burn, you'll have like a layer of oxide, and that's a very good isolator. So on that point, you cannot transfer heat from the tip to the board. So my advice for soldering, try to use the tip, is good for the job you are doing. In our case, like laptops, phones, you need a small tip. And when you have to melt like a bunch of solder, then use the hot air to help the solder iron. All you are doing, you are bringing more energy. Bringing more energy doesn't mean you lose the control. Yeah, I'm using 250, yeah, on the hot air, and 350 on the solder iron. So the solder iron, it will still control the temperature. I will not gonna have more than 350. Now regarding the hot air, I made a video about how you can build your own hot air. If you remember this video, build your own hot air soldering station, where we went through the process of building, then soldering, if you remember, actually using our own breath, and blow air through the resistance, and you can see we can desolder IC like BGA soldering. Same like I was doing like when I was like about 25 and the first Nokia came on the market like 2010 and 5110, and we had to swap the switch. We had like a ceramic antenna switch which always got cracked. So you see, everything comes down with, if you really, really want to do something, you will do it, no matter what. Cool? Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe if you like the video. And see you on the next one. Bye.